Hello, good evening, good people. Oftentimes in life, we ask these questions. Oftentimes, why is it that good people know they last? Why is it that good things does not last? This is one question we keep asking oftentimes. Why it be say good thing know they last? And why is it that man man is always another man's problem? It is about the politics of today in our home country, Nigeria. I am an advocate of good governance. I remain your friend, Fidel de Castro, aka the Inspired Castro. In this channel, you will be inspired. We will bring you other interesting topics that will worth your time. And at the end of the day, we shall make you laugh. I am worried because, as an advocate of good governance, why will political parties go as far as calling the owner of Arise Television to sack Oseni, Rufai, and Abati of Arise TV? My question is, what is their offense? Is it because they are not supporting your candidacy? Is it because they are doing their job as required by journalism? These guys are professional. As far as I have seen, Rufai, Oseni, and Abati are professionals. Why are you going as far as contacting their bosses to sack them? It is a shocking video, and I'm sure if you are an advocate of good governance, you will not like what you will see. Sit back, relax, and watch this video and tell me what you think. And go nowhere, for I am coming.
Thoughts on this morning?
So as a journalist, I never love to be part of the story because we report the story. But in a time like this, when it's politics, you have to be part of the story. And you see, it's a record. I've got nothing against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I love everybody equally because it's my injunction as a Christian to love. I've got nothing against my Egbo, Bayo Onuga, and Mr. Dele Alaki. I love them as professionals in their own fields. But also, the kind of journalism I was taught. Anyway, they abuse me all the time that I'm not a journalist. I've spent quite so many years in this business. Yeah, I might not look it, but I've done well over 16, going to 17 years. In Lagos alone, I've put in close to 10 years on radio before I came. So I didn't just drop from the skies. I know my stuff. I've worked with the best media brands all over the world. I've also mentored a lot of people in this business. But I think the stress here is objectivity. I will be objective in my coverage of every presidential candidate. And what you cannot fault me for is that I've been objective with all the presidential candidates. Part of the toughest interviews we had here has been with Peter Obi. And trust me, the kind of heat we give to Mr. Peter Obi when he's here, I'm not sure we'll be able to interview other presidential candidates
that way
on this platform like that.
Yeah.
And that's the level of objectivity. Because you see, they say all sorts about me. They do all sorts. But what I want them to know is that I love them, irrespective of the hatred that's being meted out of me. I'm a child of love. I was conceived in love. They even went further, and thank God Dr. Abati was there. They took a picture of Peter Obi and me and Jandon at my own father's day of tribute. They couldn't even allow my father rest in peace before they brought my father, my dear father, the love of my life, into politics while I was still grieving. And they labeled it a political gathering. Allow my father rest in peace before they brought my father, my dear father, the love of my life, into politics while I was still grieving. And they labeled it a political gathering. But in all of this, I forgive them. You know what I'm just concerned about? I'm concerned about the future of this country. I want this country to do well because we have problems. Unemployment, underdevelopment. And you know why I also forgive them? Because all of this will not matter any longer after the 25th or after February when the presidential election will be done. You see all these people that are antagonistic, they will now come together and say, how can we make this country better? They love Nigeria too, they are patriots. But it's just that they can't stand the objectivity because of where their interest still too much. And I don't have any problems with anybody having interest. But also let objective voice stand. And it's quite shocking to me, Ayo. It's just this morning like I found out that they've been talking to my bosses at the back and they wanted to remove me from Arise TV and take me out. When I hear that, I keep telling people my future, my career, my destiny is in God's hands. It's not in the hands of man. With any manipulation, I love them. Last week, Mr. Byron Onuga mentioned my name. In an interview, he mentioned Dr. Abati's name too. That we were politically leaning. And all I just looked and said is, I have a lot of respect for him to do all of that and to say things that are not true about me. So with all of this hatred and this attack, all I can give is the love of God from my heart to all of them. And I hope when this passes, we'll be able to focus on the real substance, which is the development of this country with so much potential, but it's being crippled with personal interest. I love them all. I love Nigeria. And
as clearly stated in the this day Arise Group statement, is that one, the media cannot be intimidated. Whatever your pedigree, whether you are a top journalist or you are working for a politician, you cannot frustrate the independent media. That's the main point there. And to restate the duties and responsibilities of the media, that nobody can dictate how any media house should function, as long as the issue at stake is free speech. And I think in that regard, this day Arise Media Group is perfectly in order. Now, certain other issues were addressed in this matter, in this statement. What could have led to it? The first was a certain report about a certain Akode who died, and all of that was linked to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's background when he was in Chicago. Okay, so if that was the issue, this day is saying, Arise Group is saying, why didn't they counter with superior information if they have it? And the statement went on to say, we cannot afford to have a Noriega moment in Nigeria. Anybody who aspires to be president of Nigeria must come to equity with clean hands. When questions are raised, those questions must be responded to. And the resort to blackmail is undemocratic. Two, the statement raised the point that if this is an indication, if they are saying, their candidate cannot be criticized, their candidate cannot be asked questions, he cannot be invited to a town hall because he wants to organize his show, are they trying to suggest that should their candidate win, then the media will be surprised? That will be a return to the era of military dictatorship. And it will be so unfortunate if that were to be the suggestion, considering the fact that all the spokesmen for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they constantly remind us that this was a man who was part of the June 12 struggle, which is a fact. Okay, so because the same man wants to be president of Nigeria now, the same media, he wants to suppress the media. And again, another irony there. Many of these stars, they become famous because the media created them in the first place. Many of these people, you see, without the media, nobody will know them. And that's why I often say, look, the media also, the iconization process, the hero selection process that we go through, that we do on a daily basis, we also have to be careful. Because you don't.
I'm sure you have seen it all. I'm sure you have had it all. We are simply heading towards a dictatorship type of governance. Should these people get into power, Nigerians home and abroad must rise up, be prepared for what is to come. It saddens me to know that, these political parties are making moves to sack Rufai, Oseni of Arise Television and Abati. For what? Why do you want to take away their jobs? Why? You expect them to tolerate you? You expect them to be more lenient with you? You expect them to speak for you? You expect them to root for you? what you are simply expecting them to do is to make them not to do their professional job as journalists. Why is APC and PDP doing all of this? Why? Why do they want to sack Oseni, Rufai, and Abati? For what reason? Peter Obi is the most criticized of this very campaign period. In fact, Rufai and Abati said it themselves. None of the candidates has ever had it heated the way Peter Obi has had it with these guys. And yet, Peter Obi didn't go as far as trying to make them lose their jobs. Nigeria, it is a time for us to rise up against bad governance. It is a time for us to unite together and vote a credible man who will be there to speak for the interest of the less privileged on the street of Nigeria. It is a time to arise and vote a man with conscience. It is a time to arise and vote a man with character. It is a time to arise and vote a man who is credible enough to give us the new Nigeria that we all want. For how much will you be paid to take away the life of your brother? Is Nigeria working for you? Is Nigeria going to work for your children and for your children's children? God bless you. I remain your friend, the Inspired Castro. See you again.